Hey everybody, this is Sportman Jake here, and with this year being Pokemon's 30th anniversary, and the fact that just yesterday Pokemon Day has come and gone, I want to take this time to talk about the franchise and how much I've grown to love and respect the franchise for what it is. But before I get into it, I just want to say, for what was shown for Pokemon Day, I seriously cannot believe this. We are now going to be going to the path of Generation 10. Seriously, Generation 10. And from what they've shown, it's already looking promising. But I'm not exactly holding my breath just yet until we actually start seeing gameplay footage of Pokemon Winds and Waves. But after seeing the starters, for me, when it comes to starters, I really don't fully commit to a starter until I see the evolutionary line. But from what is being seen so far, people are just they are just running towards Pombon, the Fire Pomeranian starter. And come to think of it, this would actually be the first time in the franchise where we have a canine starter, unless you want to count Fennekin as a canine. But basically like a full fledged canine and being a Pomeranian, which is an interesting choice for a dog breed to use for a starter, is interesting. And people have been okay with Gekwa being a water type fat tailed gecko, and Brout can't really exactly tell what kind of bird it is, but a lot of people are definitely saying that it's just basically a green angry bird. Haven't heard that name in a while. But yeah, if I had to make my choice for a starter right now, based on the starters, I'm leaning to Pombon because as as someone who absolutely loves dogs, I'm all for it. Unless the final evolutions say something else, and and the fact that I've already been seeing people already making their posts saying for Pombon saying like, please, we are begging you, Pombon, stay on all fours. But if he ends on 2 feet, then yeah, it's just gonna be an entire switcheroo if that happens. But but yeah, Winds and Waves is already looking pretty good. And seeing the water in that trailer, so amazing. And it's kind of sad to say that from what we've seen for Winds and Waves right now, it's already been looking miles better than what Scarlet and Violet looked. And I mean, I'm not saying Scarlet and Violet look like completely and utterly garbage, but in comparison, Winds and Waves just kind of blows it out of the water. But anyway, now I just want to talk about how this franchise as a whole has grown and what has been for me, what has Pokemon been for me. Like just just like, take yourself back to that day. That day when you played your first ever Pokemon game. Because I know what my first Pokemon game was. Even though it was technically Crystal, kid me at the time had absolutely no idea what I was playing. I didn't even know it was Pokemon at all. I was just a tiny little kid. So it it really wouldn't have been until Generation 3 um, when I got to experience Pokemon fully for the first time. And well, after playing Ruby version like that, it was just instant hooked, and been dedicated to playing pretty much every main core game ever since, till at least Scarlet and Violet. Not simply because I didn't like how it looked, it's just because, well, I just couldn't afford it. And from what I've seen, maybe it was just for the best that I didn't get it, despite wanting to have some enjoyment with the new Pokemon back at that time. And for how well the games were at first back in the days of Generation 1, pretty much people were just they were just they were just all hooked onto that game, or those games of Red and Blue, even though in Japan it was originally Red and Green, but for us here in the States it was originally Red and Blue, along with Yellow to go with it. And thus, because of how good the first generation games already gotten, the anime sparked up, and people really enjoyed Pokemon even more once the anime started rolling around. And then pretty much after that, not only did we start getting more main core games, we started getting the spin-off games, like the first ones, if I recall correctly, being Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2, Hey You Pikachu, the original Pokemon Snap, all of which I played. All great games for their time. I mean, even if I wanted to, or if I could be able to play the original spin-off N64 games, because I can distinctly remember me and my sister playing those games on the Pikachu-themed Special Edition N64. Yeah, we actually had that. And it was just an enjoyment through and through. And other spin-off games that I could recall playing and enjoying, there was... I know I remember Battle Revolution. I know I remember that. Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. A lot of people are pretty much saying that like Coliseum and XD are probably one of the hardest Pokemon games to at the time, because knowing that every battle was a freaking double battle, and then seeing that one run through or playthrough with well-known PokeTuber MNJ TV, who went through all of what was it? I don't know which one it was that has the Ho-Oh in it, but knowing that he had to go through all of that just to get Ho-Oh, that's just dedication, man. Dedication. And yeah, that's the other thing with the Pokemon franchise, knowing that it has sparked these very well-known, popular PokeTubers like M&J TV, like Shady Penguin, Patters, Game Boy Luke, United Gamer, the original 1v1, aka Vinny or Nintendo, or those who dedicate more of their time to making like remixes of Pokemon games like Glitch X City. I mean, y'all do some amazing work out there. Amazing work. And knowing of, like, with those PokeTubers I just mentioned, coming up with, like, certain, like, fun ways to do Pokemon battling, like, say, you blindly pick these Pokemon, or you pick your Pokemon based on how they hear, or what colors they have, and all that jazz. It is definitely creativity. So, in terms of Pokemon today, I would definitely say when Pokemon being originally, 2D sprites back then, and then when coming to Gen 6 and making that big jump to, well, nearly full-fledged 3D, I was ecstatic to see the main core games finally jumping into the 3D era. And with X and Y, it was pretty much nearly everything that I was expecting, having, like, a good old time just playing a new take on Pokemon being full-fledged 3D. And although, yeah, there was a case with X and Y that they didn't have Pokemon Z right afterwards, being like the sister game, like there has been for like Gens 1, 2, uh, 1, 2, 3, and 4, with 5 being sequel games. Yeah, people were not all too happy about that, and the fact of Zygarde just jumping over to Alola, where we had to collect the cells in the cube. And though we could be thankful in ZA we don't have to do that because L did all that for us. But yeah, X and Y, they were good, and definitely bringing in one key aspect of the games that has stuck around ever since: trainer customization. I mean, I don't know how long people were asking for trainer customization before Gen 6, but once we got it, it didn't have like the greatest start. I mean, not being able to remove your hat or glasses. And sure, the clothing option was not the most varied of sorts, but it's been getting better ever since, and people definitely do say that ZA has been the greatest amount of trainer customization we have had in a long time, or ever since. And I more or less agree. Even though despite the fact that Legends EA doesn't have much in terms of short sleeve shirts besides for like maybe 2, but it's really just a nitpick right there. And, well, I would just pretty much also want to say that with the years that went by for the franchise, it definitely has caused a lot of people to pretty much choose what their favorite Pokemon is. Because to me, it's a delight to pretty much know that all, if not almost all, Pokemon out there is somebody's favorite. And I mean it. Even if it comes to people liking the popular, like the very popular ones, like Pikachu, or Eevee, or Umbreon, or Mewtwo, or Charizard, or Gengar, or Greninja, or, who else has been a popular one? Or like Dragonite, or like Cyndaquil. I mean, every Pokemon is someone's favorite. And if wondering what my favorite Pokemon is, well, it's Koraidon. Koraidon is pretty much my favorite Pokemon of all time. But it is a bit more of a recent choice because, I mean, seriously, just look at this. This to me is just possibly the coolest Pokemon ever made. I know there are people who disagree, but this has been my favorite, and if there are people who don't like them, which I know there are, that's fine. And I mean, to me, the reasons why I've liked Koraidon as my favorite, because he just overall has an amazing design. I love both of his colors, normal and shiny. And honestly, I just love the typing, being Fighting Dragon. And then pretty much having these feelers here be sprouted into wings to be able to fly is just amazing. And if you guys want to, you can leave your comment below on what your favorite Pokemon of all time is. Or you can leave like your favorite of different categories, like your favorite starter, your favorite legendary, your favorite shiny starter, your favorite shiny legendary, or like your favorite human character. Because I have my favorite human characters as well. Say like the likes of Lorelei, Brock, um, Sabrina, Cynthia, obviously, because I mean, hello. Who else? More recent ones I say Canary and Gwen. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Can't think of it any off the top of my head right now, but you get what I mean. you guys are more than welcome to comment like your different favorites for the franchise. And anyway, all I'm saying is that the Pokemon franchise has truly been something for as long as it's had, and knowing of one other thing, the TCG. And yes, I am truly well aware of the. I've been truly been note of the situation with the scalpers and all that and that and that. But the TCG has also been something in of itself. For me, I've never really been into the TCG, mainly because I've just not been much of a card player person. I mainly did the TCG mainly for just collecting the cards and seeing what kind of art that they put on the cards, especially when the full art cards started coming around. Because I mean, for me at the time when I was wanting to pull TCGs or basically the cards, I was my younger me for a while wanted to get a full art GX or whatever. And I do believe I still have the video where I opened my first and only booster box. I don't remember what series it was, but I know nearing the very end of that box opening, I managed to pull a full art GX Giratina Origin form, which was truly an amazing day for me. And I know for a fact that my sister was there when that happened. But yeah, the TCG, I really love it for the artwork that they put on the cards. And I don't know exactly how far into TCG they are now, but I think probably more than likely they have gone through all the generations so far. And more than likely we are going to get pretty much TCG cards for when Winds and Waves is now made itself well known, or like once we're well into Generation 10 and all that. But yeah. Is there anything else I am missing? I mean, yeah, there are still multiple other things that I'm missing, but I just don't want to let this video drag on more than it should. So, I think that'll pretty much do it. I kind of do feel like this has been more of like me rambling on, but even though with a lot of other stuff that I would like to talk about the franchise, it would just make this video way too long. And I probably feel like maybe some of y'all don't like when my videos are like maybe like half an hour to an hour long, so I wanted to try and make this more short. So hopefully you guys enjoyed me talking about my love, respect, and appreciation for the Pokemon franchise, and hopefully Pokemon as a whole continues to be the amazing franchise that it is for years to come, to keep inspiring the newer generation of kids, and still keeping things going for like the more older, mature audiences and all that. And I would say, regardless of what I would say too harsh of critics have to say, just keep playing the games if you are having fun with it. That's pretty much one thing to be noted, is that if you're playing a Pokemon game, or you're watching a Pokemon anime, or playing the TCG, and you're enjoying yourself and you're having fun playing that game, or having fun watching the anime or playing the TCG, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't listen to what the naysayers have to say about it, because it's your personal experience, and for someone like me who has been in love with the franchise ever since I started playing, I never let the harsh critiquing of the really vocal people for what they have to say, I just simply just ignore them and continue enjoying playing the game or continue enjoying watching the anime. So yeah, don't listen to the harsh vocal naysayers, and just enjoy the franchise. Seriously, just enjoy it. And if you don't, you can just simply move on and find something else. But anyway, that will pretty much do it for my talk of the Pokemon franchise, my experience with it, and all that. So, as stated before, you're more than welcome to leave a comment of what your favorite Pokemon is and what other kind of favorites you have of the franchise. And you're more than welcome to leave a like. You're more than welcome to subscribe. And if not, that's all fine and dandy. So, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.